My name is Joseph Warfield, and I'm serving as a representative for the American Statistical Association Section on Defense and National Security, one of the co-sponsors of the workshop. One of the amazing things about DataWorks is how it brings together many disciplines to solve problems in defense. For those that are unfamiliar with the ASA or the SDNS, I'll provide some information, and if I'm successful, some of you will become members. The American Statistical Association is the world's largest community of statisticians, the big tent for statistics and data science. It is the second oldest continuously operating professional association in the country, being established in 1839. It promotes the practice of and profession of statistics through meetings, publications, membership services, education, accreditation, and advocacy. The ASA hosts a number of major conferences throughout the year. The big one is the Joint Statistical Meetings in August, this year in Nashville. There's the Women in Statistics and Data Science that typically occurs in October, and the Conference on Statistical Practice in February. Now, the ASA is large and diverse. For example, there were over 5,000 attendees from 52 countries at the last Joint Statistical Meeting. That can make it a bit overwhelming. This is where the sections really come into play. The ASA is made up of 30 sections and 13 interest groups that target areas such as healthcare, manufacturing, defense and national security, just to name a few. To me, this is the power of the ASA, as you can really network with colleagues in similar sub-disciplines and learn about the different methodologies and applications specific to your own interests, just like we're doing here. The section on statistics and defense and national security was founded in 2004 with the mission of being a forum for statisticians working in the areas of defense, military research, national security, homeland security, and counterterrorism. The efforts include assisting in the advancement of knowledge in defense and national security by fostering wider and more effective use of statistical techniques, promoting the statistical profession and statistical best practices within the defense and national security, governmental and affiliated organizations, encouraging professional review of statistical methods and activities carried out in support of national security, and disseminating information and providing training opportunities for individuals involved in the production and use of defense and national security data and statistics. So if you caught all that happened here over the last 2 to 3 days, right? Personally, the ASA, SDNS, and DataWorks has been invaluable in my professional growth as I have taken advantage of their continuing education courses, leveraged the expertise of many members to help me solve problems, solicited career advice from mentors, and learned about publication opportunities. We're still doing the ITEA publication for this. There you go, opportunity to publish right from this conference. I encourage you to become a member of the ASA and SDNS, and if you are a member already, then get active. You could become part of the technical program committee, you could chair a session, organize a session, many opportunities. If you're interested in hearing more about the ASA and SDNS and what it can do for your career, you can scan the QR code on the flyers that you might have saw out there on the tabletops, or you can come talk to me directly. If you scan the QR code, it will take you to the website and you can reach out and either join or figure out opportunities to get involved. All right, now I would like to introduce our Student Paper Award winner, Dr. Federico Veneri, who received his PhD in statistics from Iowa State University, where he collaborated with the Center for Statistics and Applications in Forensic Evidence on statistical foundations for machine learning-based score likelihood ratio inference for source attribution problems in forensic sciences. That's a mouthful. I have a word here for you.
Good afternoon, everybody. I'm Kayla Pagan Rivera, also one of the DataWorks organizers for this year. And I'm here to introduce you the winners of the Student Poster Award. Before I announce them, I would like to thank the American Statistical Association, SDNS, for sponsoring this award, and the committee that were volunteering their time last night to going over all of the posters and scoring them, and then meeting this morning to award the winners. We're gonna have 5 outstanding posters, and I'm just gonna mention them in no specific order. So, Ellis McClarty. Anna Flowers. Federico, you got another one here. Alexander, I think he's not here, right? Okay, and then Sheila is also not here. Okay, so yeah, we have 2 West Point cadets that are not here today, Alexander Burnett and Sheila Street, who also won the award. So we'll make sure they get them. Thank you.
All right, we have 2 more awards to present. These awards are DataWorks specific. So this next award is the DataWorks Exceptional Service Award. So this award was created just last year in 2024 and recognizes an individual for providing service critical to the success of the Defense and Aerospace Test and Analysis Workshop. Service critical to success includes things like serving on the logistics committee, the co-chair committee, or the technical program, or just being a recurrent speaker or steadfast supporter of the workshop. So the person that we're awarding this to has actually done every single one of those things. As the 2024 recipients of the award, it is now our pleasure to present the 2025 Exceptional Service Award to Dr. Jonathan Ransom of NASA Langley Research Center. All right, so get ready. We're going to have a long list of credentials that earned him this award. So Jonathan has actively participated in DataWorks and has served in various formal and informal roles since the first workshop was held in 2016. And every year since, he has had a perfect attendance record. Over the years, he's demonstrated his commitment to the vision and goals of DataWorks. And if you ask anyone that meets Jonathan at DataWorks, they will testify to his personal enthusiasm over the vision and goals of DataWorks. In fact, we specifically sought Jonathan out today to interview him for our Day 3 social media reel. You can check that out on LinkedIn and X later today. Over the years, he's become an integral part of the fabric of DataWorks as he has become fully woven into this unique multi-organizational workshop, and his contributions have sustained and strengthened it. So to demonstrate the record of his participation, he's presented in 5 workshops. He's served on the technical program committee for 3 years. He was a conference co-chair for 2 years, and he has served as a poster, presenter, judge for 2 years. Kelly's going to read more.
It's not done yet. This impressive list is apparent to the DataWorks organizers and participants, but there's a lot more behind the scenes at NASA that he's also contributed. So within NASA, Jonathan was the first to formalize the duties and responsibilities of the NASA co-chair, and this became a guidance document that was passed down to future co-chairs from Langley, JPL, and NASA Goddard during their orientation. This has improved continuity and quality of the co-chair participation. He's also been personally engaged and accessible and supportive of all the incoming NASA co-chairs from the orientation through their usually 2 years of service. In 2018, Jonathan also worked with NASA Langley's senior leadership to develop a first-of-its-kind sponsorship program that encourages early career employees to attend DataWorks. So this highly successful sponsorship has allowed about 40 Langley early career employees to participate in DataWorks over the past 8 years, and several of those individuals have gone on to become TPC members or co-chairs. As a final evidence of Jonathan's indelible mark on DataWorks, he was the primary contributor to developing the iconic name of the workshop itself. This name overcame previously clumsy attempts that were too long and attempted to incorporate every organizer's specific terminology. So the establishment of this concise and descriptive name of DataWorks has proven itself easily recognizable and valuable over the years. So with that, please join me in congratulating Jonathan.
It's always dangerous to give me a microphone, as we learned at the beginning of this workshop. And this time, Zoom can hear me. That's good to know. Well, this, I think, is one of our biggest awards each year, and it's my absolute pleasure and, honestly, a bit of an honor to present this year's DataWorks Distinguished Leadership Award to someone many of us know, respect, and have learned from over many years, Dr. Bram Lillard. If you've spent any time in the T&E community over the last 2 decades, the chances are you've felt Bram's influence, whether it's through a better designed test plan, a smarter policy, cross-agency collaboration, or a particularly well-placed graph. His fingerprints are everywhere in the best possible way. Bram started his career at IDA in 2004, jumping right into the deep end with operational tests and evaluation of naval systems. That is, ships, submarines, sonars, UUVs, torpedoes. If it went in the water and was tested, chances are Bram had a hand in it. But it wasn't just that he was doing the work, it was how he was doing it. He brought rigor, innovation, and a deep belief that defensible statistical methods were essential to getting the job done right. And he didn't stop there. He dove into tough problems like system reliability, integrated T&E, censored data, and sample size estimation, things that make most of our eyes glaze over. But Bram viewed them as an opportunity to push the field forward. He also had a knack for making complex results easier to understand through smart, clear data visualization, something we all appreciate. In 2012, Bram stepped into the role of acting science advisor for DOT&E, and in typical Bram fashion, he advocated fiercely for better statistical practices and helped build partnerships, including the one between DOT&E and NASA that has led to this very workshop. He also helped shape the policies and guidance that so many of us rely on every day. From there, his leadership journey continued. Assistant director, deputy director, and then director of IDA's Operational Evaluation Division, which is now my job, where he oversaw a team of 200 staff supporting DOT&E across roughly 250 major defense systems. And now, as the director of IDA's Science System and Sustainment Division, he's still blazing trails, working with DTE&A, CDAO, and continuing to raise the bar for what good analysis looks like. And of course, we couldn't talk about Bram without talking about DataWorks. He's been with this community from the very beginning, as a speaker, a committee member, a behind-the-scenes champion, and most importantly, an advocate. He's fought to keep DataWorks funded and thriving, not because it's just another workshop, but because he knows how essential it is to our community, to building bridges, sharing ideas, and growing the next generation of test scientists. Bram, your leadership, dedication, and tireless push for excellence have made all of us, and the entire field, better. You've strengthened operational testing, raised the visibility of statistical methods across the Department of Defense, and helped build a community that values rigor, collaboration, and continuous improvement. It's with deep respect and real gratitude that I present you with the 2025 DataWorks Distinguished Leadership Award. Congratulations.
Thank you, Heather. That was very kind. I do feel passionate about this conference as well as the application of strong analytical methods to the test and evaluation of DoD weapon systems and aerospace systems. And I do think that the data works, although I have to say I don't think it was that clumsy the first couple of names. What was it? The workshops that we had and knowledge exchange. Yeah, we struggled a little, but that's okay. That was back when conferences were a bad word and we had to be a little bit creative. But in all seriousness, I'm really pleased that each year this is a success, and it's not really anything that I did. I think it's because of the tremendous amount of work behind the scenes for the IDA team, the DOT&E team, the NASA team, and the ASA team. Really sincerely, there is a lot of work that goes on behind the scenes to make this a success. As well as, online when we switched to hybrid a couple years ago. That was a big challenge. But this was all for you all, right? This is so that you all can collaborate and to push the field forward, and ultimately, at least coming from the DoD side of the house, it's so that our men and women in uniform can operate weapons and be successful in combat, and then on the NASA side so that we can continue to push the capabilities of our aeronautics and our space capabilities for this nation forward. And that's ultimately why we're all here. And you're the folks that are going to do the hard, heavy lifting of the quantitative analysis and qualitative analysis to make that a success. So really I really am grateful to all of you for, giving me the award, but I think it's representative of the larger community, and I just encourage you all to keep at it. Don't let any of the headwinds, slow you down. Be passionate and advocate for these strong analytical methods, because that's how we advance as a community. So thank you.
And with that, DataWorks 2025 comes to an end. We hope to see you all back next year.